So thank you very much for your time and attention, and I'll turn you back over to the...
Thank you very much, Sandy. Yes, I will acknowledge her, this guy. Our patron has arrived, Ambassador Delia Albert, with the signing staff. There's been much anticipation about who I was talking about. So there she is. Thank you very much for coming. Somebody is coming. We will soon be served lunch, so this is the time to have a chat with each other at the table. But what I'd like to do in the meantime is just a little announcement of what the mining industry has done. Do you remember the Typhoon Odette that actually created havoc in Zambales and drowned quite a few people? The Pusong Minero, the Land Rover Club, and the Alliance of the Zambales Mining Alliance. Is there anybody here from the Zambales Mining Alliance? Put together a medical mission the weekend after Odette, and I would just like to read my notes here, which have disappeared from my phone. I hope as I walked up I didn't press delete. I was just looking at it. In the meantime, you can have your chat while I'm looking for the information. Ignore me. I will have it reset. I think I pressed delete and read that up to you later. So thank you everyone, and enjoy your lunch. We always like to keep to a schedule, so we're moving on. We are today very honored that our guest speaker has flown all the way from Vancouver, Canada, specifically to speak to us today. Our speaker represents a gold mining project in Masbate, which is, we understand, among the largest operating gold mines in the country today. And according to some reports on the internet, it accounts for a substantial portion of the annual gold production of the Philippines. Let me say a few words about our speaker. He has over 30 years experience in mining industry. He is a certified management accountant with a diploma in financial management from the British Columbia Institute of Technology. He was with Bema Gold Corporation since 1990, initially as controller and subsequently as vice president of finance. Bema Gold grew from a junior explorer to an international gold producer that was acquired by Kinross Gold Corporation through a Canadian $3.5 billion transaction in February of 2007. Prior to joining Bema Gold, our speaker spent 11 years in a financial role with Placer Dome. He currently oversees the financial reporting, cash management, tax planning, and financial compliance and reporting to the regulatory authorities of his company, B2 Gold. He is also involved in the financial evaluation of potential acquisitions of B2 Gold Corporation. He's also one of the founding shareholders of B2 Gold Corporation. B2 Gold was founded in 2007 by the former executive and management team of Bema Gold Corporation. B2 Gold Corporation is a Vancouver-based gold producer with 3 operating mines, 2 of them in Nicaragua, and as you know, 1 in the Philippines. It also has a strong portfolio of development and exploration assets in Colombia, Namibia, and Uruguay. In addition to its near-term production growth profile, B2 Gold's corporate objective is to build further shareholder value through the exploration and development of existing projects and additional accretive acquisitions, capitalizing on the extensive experience and relationships that management has developed over the last 25 years. B2 Gold trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the symbol BTO, as you have seen a while ago, and on the New York Stock Exchange under BTG, and on the Namibian Stock Exchange under B2G. B2 Gold last Friday received the award from Ernst & Young for being the best mining company in Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me, give a very warm welcome to our speaker, the Senior Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer of B2 Gold Corporation, Mr. Mark Cora.
Thank you, Leo, for that great introduction. Covered half of my presentation, actually, but first I'd like to thank the Philippine Mining Club for allowing B2 Gold to do a presentation today to tell you more about our company and what we're doing, and a bit about our plans here in the Philippines. This is just a cautionary statement. It's something that the lawyers have us put in, that some of the things I'll be talking about will be forward-looking numbers, and obviously they can change it over time. As Leo was saying, we have currently we have 3 producing gold mines, 2 in Nicaragua and 1 in the Philippines. We're in a strong financial position right now. We ended the second quarter with close to $100 million in cash. And we also did a fundraising in late September where we issued a convertible note that for $250 million. So we're well cashed up right now. We did that not with an acquisition in mind, like some people were speculating, but more to make sure that we could continue to grow the company the way we think we should, even if we see a decline in the gold price, which we have seen. And, you know, hopefully gold will recover, and I'll talk a bit about that later in my presentation. One thing that really separates B2 from a lot of other gold mining companies is our management team. We have a couple of our representatives from Vancouver here with me, Roger Riche and Mike Cinnamon. A lot of us at B2 have actually worked together for over 20 years, and I think that's a real strength as to why we've been successful. As was mentioned, we grew Bema from a small company, basically with no production, to a mid-tier producer that was taken over by Kinross. The main reason Kinross took us over was our Kupol project in Russia. It is still arguably their best mine, and they get most of their cash flows from that region. We're known as a team that's willing to go to areas that other people may be a bit reluctant to go to. And part of that is that we really do a lot of our due diligence to see what the country's like, what the people are like, and how we believe things will go in the future. It's not just based on what history has shown us, but where we think the future will take us in different countries. We're obviously very excited to with our CGA acquisition in January of this year, and we see a lot of potential in the Philippines, and especially at Masbate. Our team is again, we think different than a lot of other companies because we have very good geologists, we have good financial capability, we have very good engineers, and not only are we able to find good gold projects, we're able to do good feasibility studies on them, put them into construction, and then get them into operation. And once in operation, improve the performance of those companies, which I'll talk a bit more about as we go through this. This is our production growth chart, and you can see in 2012 we produced less than 160,000 ounces, and by mid-year this year we produced more than what we produced all of last year, and our projections are to get the production numbers up to around 380,000 ounces of gold this year. The big reason for the production increase in 2013 is the Masbate gold operation that will account for close to half of our production. And the other thing, though, that we've done very well is we've been able to increase production at our existing mines in Nicaragua. When we first acquired the Limon mine in Nicaragua, it was producing only about 30,000 ounces per year. And we're projecting that to get up to 60,000 ounces a year by 2014. We've also had a lot of success in exploration and in expansion at La Libertad, which has increased production there. When we originally started that construction on that mine, we were projecting about a 7-year mine life and average production of about 90,000 a year. And now we're projecting that it'll have at least another 7 years ahead of it, and production increasing to 150,000 ounces a year.